NBC29 forecast.
Well, a nice day across the region. At temperatures after this morning's lows in the 50s and 60s, warm back into the mid 80s in many spots. 86 was the high at the airport today. Had a little period of some cloudiness. That's in association with a weak front that's just off to our north and west. The humidity not all that bad. It will turn a little warmer as we go through the midweek. 77 currently at the Valley Airport in Weir's Cave. 81 the afternoon high. We've got 80 now in Madison, 79 there in Palmyra, 80 in Louisa, 76 in Livingston, 76 in Waynesboro, and 79 currently in Harrisonburg. Here's a review of the last 4 hours. You can see how those clouds rolled in about midday, early afternoon. Running into drier air. So basically the rain fell apart as it crossed the mountains, and for the most part, nothing appreciable of any rain. There could have been a sprinkle, maybe a little light shower up through Culpeper. That's about it. So gradual clearing here tonight. The sun will set at 7:15 this evening, getting earlier and earlier. By the end of the month, it sets before 7 o'clock. Temperatures overnight in the low and mid 60s. Will be a little bit of patchy fog early. Temperatures for Tuesday similar to today, most of us in the mid 80s. And then the warmest day or hottest day of the week will be Wednesday. That's preceding the next cold front. How appropriate for the last full day of summer. Now, the autumnal equinox doesn't arrive until Thursday evening, but Thursday we'll have a cold front approaching. That should set off a few scattered showers, maybe an isolated storm, but then it gets even cooler as we go into Friday. So some big temperature swings, especially after we hit our peak this week on Wednesday, and then look how low the temperatures will be as we go into Friday night and Saturday morning. More on that in a moment. But there's a little band of showers trying to work through, but basically falling apart. As mentioned, this front's weak. High pressure builds in right behind it. A little bit more appreciable rain up across the northeast and New England. And essentially our second front is just entering the northern plain states. Fiona has certainly done damage across Puerto Rico. Flooding rains, knocking the power grid down. Still raining there, but not as much, thankfully, but still dealing with the aftermath. It has moved off the island of Hispaniola, still producing rain across the Dominican Republic. It is strengthened now that it's moved off back into the waters of the Atlantic, and it's about 130 miles southeast of Grand Turk Island. It's going to continue to bring rain through the Turks and the Bahamas, but it will remain east of the main island chain there. And then it makes a run at Bermuda. This will be a major hurricane, potentially a Category 4 hurricane as it makes its pass, and still a hurricane as it makes its way up into Atlantic Canada up toward Newfoundland by the weekend. Of course, the indirect effects of that on the East Coast will be the large swells, dangerous rip currents the next several days. We start tomorrow morning in the 60s. We'll have daytime highs in the mid 80s in many spots. We'll start Wednesday morning in the upper 50s, and then Wednesday afternoon upper 80s to around 90. As we move into Thursday now, we'll watch that front approach. Some scattered showers and isolated storm, temperatures in the low 80s, and then behind it, how about temperatures in the low 70s by Friday, and morning lows this weekend will be in the 40s. Temperatures tonight in the low and mid 60s. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast. Again, some warm days through the midweek, Wednesday being the hottest day, quote unquote. And then here we go with temperatures really queuing up just in time for the autumn season. Thursday in the low 80s, but Friday, daytime highs only in the low 70s. Look at the overnight low Friday night to Saturday morning. We'll be down in the mid 40s.
Oh my, crazy. Thank you so much, Eric.